Hello friends, and welcome to another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Today we are going to be looking at the latest information on the game, and that comes from us on the October 4th content update, and this is all about ships, right? And what I want to focus on in this video is kind of what they're hinting at, what they're going to provide us, and what they've done to help develop this kind of unloved part of the game. Now, there's a few Easter eggs I think in this post, and I want to go over those and focus what some of this information could potentially mean. Starting off, we have the arrival of the Chimera. This is the first 7-star ship that we are, or capital ship that we are going to be able to get. It is the capital ship, or the flagship of Grand Admiral Thrawn. If you have been farming Thrawn, if you have him geared up, I love my Thrawn. I have him geared gear 11, completely maxed out. I don't have any Zetas on him just yet because I've been waiting. But gear 11, I'm one piece away from gear 12. Obviously, I am also 1 star away from gear 12, which I hope to remedy in the next Artist of War event, which comes up later this week. Very excited about that. Very much looking forward to that. Now, with it though, I think what's interesting is in the Road Ahead post that we got shortly before this one, we were told that they're going to be doing a new territory battle. Now, the reason I think that we're being given the Chimera is because whatever that new territory battle looks like, or whatever it's going to be, is going to involve or require Thrawn to be at 7-star. I do think it's going to be an Empire territory battle, because I mean, if you look at the other factions, no other faction besides the Jedi is even remotely big enough to do a territory battle like that, right? Like what we've seen with the Rebels, right? You have multiple factions on the Rebels, or multiple team combinations on the Rebels, and so you're going to need multiple team combinations for whatever group that you go with, and the only team big enough right now is the Empire. So I do think that is giving us that indication, that's leading us down that path. Hey, we know a TB's coming out. Thrawn is going to be important to it. Now, I do think, and I made a video, and we'll post a video later on, that will talk about what I think the Thrawn event means, or what I think this section is going to be, what it's really telling us as far as the location of the territory battle. So that's what I think that we're going to see. So if you know the Thrawn character, if you are familiar with the current canon of Thrawn, if you're not, I'll leave a link in the description. Guys, free Audible. You can listen to Thrawn. It's wonderful. Read the book. If you don't read the book, go to Wikipedia or Wikipedia. You need to be familiar with this character. I know that a lot of people were pissed off when Timothy Zahn's original Thrawn was kicked out. They brought Zahn back. I think he did a great job. I love it. It is one of my favorite books in the new canon so far. But moving on, we are getting the other the fleets, the other capital ships being brought out. Now, what's cool about this, and what I actually am excited for, is they're going to do, it looks like, 1 capital ship a day. And they'll do it for, it looks like a day to maybe even 2 days. I'm not entirely sure. It might just be a 24-hour period, but then it goes away. And then you have time to prepare, then you have time to replay, and if you miss this event, it'll come back within a month, right? I think that's pretty sweet. I don't want to be so focused on trying to get those capital ships up that I miss out on something else, but you know, I don't want to have to worry about whether or not I can, if that makes sense. And so I think that's kind of cool. I'm going to give it my go ahead and give it my all in the next little bit when they first launch. But I am glad that if I don't get any of my capital ships, or fleet ships to 7-star, I don't have to wait 3 to 4 months. I can do it in a month. So I think that's kind of cool. Now, they've also, again, they're trying to entice people back into the fleet arena. And if you're like me, I don't always finish my fleet, my arena or my arena battles for ships. And in doing so, I still maintain, I don't know, like 50 to 100, right? And I'm usually fluctuating or floating around 75. But when I actually make the attempt, I've gotten to high teens and, you know, low 20s, and I've stayed there pretty consistently. And I think that it's cool that they're trying to keep players and get players into ships, and in doing that, they've offered crystals as a reward now. And so if you are in first place, you get 400 crystals. If you are in 20th place, you get 100 crystals. So not terrible at all. I actually like that. I think that's pretty sweet. And specifically since I'm going to probably float in and around the teens from time to time, or at least I will now, I think it's awesome. I want crystals. I don't like buying crystals. Speaking of buying crystals, the gift card thing totally works. If you're going to purchase crystals, that's the way to do it, at least for the next little bit. It is a money grab. They are trying to take your money from you, but if you're going to do it anyways, go get a gift card, a Google Play gift card, and do it that way. If you're an iPhone user, iPad user, I apologize. You're SOL. But everyone else, go do it. But only if you're going to spend the money anyways, right? Because it's more bang for your buck. Now, one of the things that I really appreciate, right? People are really pissed off about the whole Phoenix Zetas. And I understand it, right? Because here we have a team that we don't want, or a lot of people don't want, that we now have to use to get all these great things. We have to have the Phoenix to get Thrawn. We can use the Phoenix, parts of the Phoenix, to get Yoda. We can use the Phoenix to get the other one, Palpatine, right? This isn't for us veteran players. This is for the newbies. This is a way to keep fresh blood alive in the game, right? To keep people excited, to keep people wanting to play, right? If you've been playing for a year or more, like I've been playing for 2 years coming up here in the next little bit, and yeah, I mean, that I can see why people would be frustrated, because you didn't want to have to keep farming something to get Thrawn. But this isn't, I think this is a way to keep players excited about that. Us veterans, those of us who've been around for a while, yeah, it kind of sucks because, you know, we had to really work hard to get those great players. If you guys are like me, farming the TIE fighter pilot when you only had 3 opportunities a day was a pain in the butt. Oh, it drove me crazy. But I got him. And looking back, I'm glad I did, because I like the First Order. But I can see why they've made certain aspects of this game a little easier. I can. It makes sense from, you know, a longevity point of view. I would like to keep playing this game for not just a couple of months, but maybe even a couple of years. But we'll see moving forward. But I do think that's why they're doing it. Now, here's the thing, though. If you do end up Zetaing your Phoenix squad, or even just getting them geared up and leveled up to just kick the crap out of Thrawn, by default, that ship, the Ghost and the Phoenix, are also going to be just that much better. And so therefore, you're going to see, and what we're going to see, is a lot more Phoenix and Ghosts in fleet, right? In the fleet arena. So know how to fight them, know how to defeat them, look into their strengths, look into their weaknesses, and, you know, good luck. But you're going to see a lot more pop up, especially with newer players, especially in the higher ranks, but definitely in the lower ranks. I think they're going to start seeping into it. So additionally, our voices have been heard. We can now farm some of the other more difficult, more frustratingly difficult ships. So we can now farm Millennium Falcon. We can now farm Kylo Ren's Commander Shuttle. We can farm Cassian's U-Wing and the TIE Reaper. Now, what's cool about the Reaper, the Command Shuttle, and the Falcon is that they all are connected with a character. So in the chance, or as you're farming them, you may not get a ship shard, you may get a character shard. You may get both, right? But if you have that character, if you have, you know, then you can, you know, get stuff, get points from the shard shop. So it's kind of a win-win. It's a little frustrating, I know, but I'm excited, and especially now that they've, you know, opened it up to be 5 times a day instead of just 3 times a day. I'm going to be working on the Falcon. Especially, and here's the thing, guys, especially if you have a strong resistance team, get the Falcon. Start farming the Falcon now. It's going to be worth it. You're going to use it, and you're going to love it, because no longer is the Falcon relegated to whales. Well, maybe not. I mean, it's still, let's face it, only the spindiest of spenders are going to get the Falcon right off the bat. Because these packs and bundles. Now, I am going to avoid this like the plague. As much as I like these ships, not even a chance. The Freedom Fighter faction pack is, I don't know, not the pack, the bundle. Oh my gosh, it is very pricey. One of them is $80 and the other one is 60. It's just farm them, guys. That's a lot of money. It's a lot of money. I mean, you could buy Battlefront 2 for less than that. And I'm going to be buying Battlefront 2. I'm very excited. I think I'm super stoked for the beta this weekend. But you do get quite a bit of stuff. So in the Freedom Fighter Ultimate Bundle, you get 60 Ghost Shards, 60 Phantom 2 Shards, 80 of Cassians, 60 of Bistons, 25 of Biggs, 25 of Wedge, and 3 million ship credits, as long as, you know, enhancement droids and ship reinforcement bundles, right, or whatever. You can purchase it once, and you have to be level 60 and unlock the ship feature, right? So the reinforcement bundle, which is the dark side version, 30 of Kylo Ren shuttle, Millennium Falcon, the episode 7 version, which is interesting that they threw that in, you know. Why are they differentiating? Does that mean that we're going to get the original Falcon? Are we going to get a Han Solo's Falcon? I think that's kind of sweet. Anytime they do this, start looking for other things to come out. So, but we get the 30 of those, 30 of Cassian's U-Wing, 30 of the TIE Reaper, 3 million credits again, and 45-star droids. Now, here's the thing. This is what I thought was really interesting. We are getting a Scoundrel faction pack and mega pack, right? So the faction pack is like the one card. You get one character, and, you know, you can get between 10 and 330 shards for that character. The mega pack, you know, you get 6 cards, same concept. 5 of the 6 cards for this come with like all the regular crew, right? But the 6th card will always be one of the 2 following: Veteran Smuggler Han and Veteran Smuggler Chewie. Now, what does this mean? What I think this means is, I think this is a way for them to help whales specifically, and anyone who wants to buy these characters, right, to unlock these 2 for what's to come, right? In the Road Ahead post, it does say that moving forward, I mean, we get the Night Sister rework, which I'm super excited about. So new crew there. But it does say that we're going to get our first character from the Star Wars The Last Jedi will make an appearance before the movie comes out in December. Now, does that mean that it's the only character that will make an appearance before December? I mean, they're jamming a ton of stuff at us right now, so I don't know if they're going to have time to start throwing new characters at us over and over and over again. Possibly, but I don't know. I think we might be in for kind of a slow Last Jedi type scenario. I think what we're going to see is one character before the movie, and then other characters after the movie launches, right? That's just my thought. But I think that character is going to be Jedi Rey or Force-sensitive Rey, right? Definitely lightsaber-wielding Rey. And it's going to come somewhere connected to a hero's journey featuring Rey. We have BB-8. We have the entire Resistance team that is related, right? We have R2. We have Chewie and Han. We have Kylo. And we have everyone in The Force Awakens. I think what we're going to see is a final fight, or a hero's journey, with the final fight being on the planet of Starkiller Base, where Kylo Ren is fighting Jedi Rey or lightsaber wielding Rey. And I think that is going to be the new character that we get here in the next little bit. Hence why I think they're giving us this option for, especially for people who are doing the mega pack, to get additional Smuggler Han and Smuggler Chewie shards. I think they're going to be important. I think we're going to need them. And I think that's what we're going to see. Now, do you guys agree with me? And really, that was my only Easter egg. Although I will say, as far as the Night Sisters, I'm calling it now. I think specifically with this Night Sister rework, we're just going to be getting Mother Talzin. It says that we're going to get a couple others. I think they're going to be... I think this is going to be like what we saw with... I want to say Director Krennic, where it was Director Krennic, Shore Trooper, and Death Trooper. I think that's what we're going to get. Or same thing with Darth Nihilus. It was Darth Nihilus, Sith Trooper, Sith Assassin, right? I think we're going to get it. Mother Talzin and probably 2 other nondescript Night Sisters. I'm calling it now. I think that's what we're going to see. There aren't a ton of notable members in the first place. They're the 3 Night Sisters that tried to kill Dooku for Asajj. Maybe we'll get a different Ventress. I think that'd be kind of cool, right? I liked Ventress, and if you haven't read her story, it's pretty awesome. Her the final story arc from the Clone Wars, I believe it is probably one of the best books I've seen so far. Definitely one of the better books that came out last year for sure. So with that, I'm going to go ahead and leave you guys. Leave a comment to the section below. Let me know what you guys think this information is about. And does this solve the ship problem? Are you going to be using ships more often? Are you going to be farming ships and gearing up your ships as often as you gear up your characters for the regular arena? I think that's what they're trying for, but will it work? Do you think it's going to work? Leave a comment in the section below. Let me know what you think. This has been Thaddeus from Going Nerdy, and as always, my friends, stay nerdy.